There were no more respawns left for a 32-year-old man in Taiwan this week, as he was found slumped over at his keyboard after binging in an internet cafe for 3 days straight. So this guy, young guy, died from binging on video games for 3 days, and here's the crazy part. This is already the second death this year to occur from video games in Taiwan. So the first case happened on New Year's Day. A 38-year-old man was found dead after 5 days of nonstop gaming. So here's the really disturbing part about the story, though. Here's a quote from police. They said, "We went inside to cordon off the tables and had investigators there to gather evidence, and only then did other patrons realize that somebody had died, but they still showed no concern and kept playing their games. We were amazed at the nonchalant attitude." You know, man, the first thing that runs through my head whenever I hear about stories like this is, one, how do you sit for days in an internet cafe? Looks like you would be stinking up the joint, and they would make you go home and shower or something every once in a while. And, I mean, you gotta eat and do things like, how do you survive, I guess? Well, I guess for these people they didn't, but, I mean, you get what I'm saying. I guess also you do have to realistically look at this part of the world and realize that there are probably people who are making their living maybe by playing video games, by farming MMOs and gathering resources and, you know, selling off accounts that maybe that they've leveled up or something else. So I don't know, maybe he was working. But, you know, I've said this plenty of times before in the past. There are things that you can do right now, experiences you can have that you may not be able to do later on in life when you're older. You may not be able to go on a hike somewhere. You may not be able to play catch with your cousin or with your kids or anything else. There are a lot of experiences that you can't get back. But games aren't going away. They are still going to be here even when we're older. You know, my grandparents, they sit there and they play video games a lot on their computer that they got a few years ago. It like gave them new life because my granddad loves the card game Rook, and he found out that there was a whole community devoted to that online where you could actually play it online. So my grandma, they sit in there and they talk to people or whatever else. So I know video games aren't going away and people can enjoy games for forever, but there are things that you won't be able to do eventually, and I do think it's important to just get up every once in a while, stretch your legs for your own health, and then go outside every once in a while. And, you know, hopefully this summer, if everything works out all right, I might take you on some of the things that I do, you know, whenever I'm not playing video games. Because if you follow me on Facebook or whatever, I'll post pictures sometimes of hikes that I've gone on, or, you know, things that I'm doing outside, floating the river or whatever else. And the other day I did buy a GoPro, like, head strap, so you can kind of get my point of view, so I can take you on some of those places and maybe go caving or something. So, anyway, go outside, even if you love video games. We all love video games, but it's not worth dying for in real life. If you want to read more about it, links down in the description box. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.